Hey everyone, welcome to Practically We Bring Learning Alive. Welcome to the new series that is Scratch Programming. Here we are going to understand the basic coding concepts with the help of Scratch Programming by creating simple small games. In this today's video, we are going to create one catching apple game. In this game, the apples are going to fall from the top, and using one ball, we have to catch these apples. Okay, so let's see the demonstration. As you can see, apples are falling from the top. We have to catch it using this ball. And whenever we catch this apple, our score is going to be increased by 1. And whenever we catch this bomb, our game will over. So we have to create this simple game concept. So let's start. To make the catching apple game, we have to follow 5 main steps. The first step is to control the ball movements with the help of our keyboard cursor keys. So let's first select the ball. Go to sprite selection and select a ball here. Okay, and go to backdrop, set a backdrop as well. So select this backdrop blue sky. Okay, now we need to control this ball movement to the right side as well as to the left side with the help of our keyboard arrow keys. So go to if. This is the if block. Here we are testing a condition. Okay, if, and go to sensing. If key pressed, which key pressed? If this right arrow key pressed, what should happen? Go to motion and change this X by 10. So this X represents the horizontal position and Y represents the vertical position. And the positive of X means right side, negative of X means left side. So whenever we press one arrow key, we want our ball to move to the right side. So we want this happen continuously. So go to control and take a forward block and take this when green flag click. So whenever we click here, now our game is running. So let's test it. So I'm pressing the right arrow key so that my ball is moving to the right side. And I'm pressing the left arrow key, my ball is not moving to the left side because we have to program it. Okay, so let's stop this script and duplicate this block. Okay, click on duplicate, we will get the same block of code here. So place this here. So instead of right arrow key, here we have one option called left arrow key, and instead of plus here, let's make this minus. Okay, now stop it and run it. So I'm pressing the left arrow key and I'm pressing the right arrow key. So our ball is perfectly moving on the left side as well as the right side with the help of our arrow keys. So we have successfully completed the first step, that is the controlling of the ball movement. Now let's move to the second step. The second step is we want our apples to fall from the top. So first of all, we need an apple. Okay, so let's go to sprite selection option and here search for an apple. Here this is the apple. Now we got one apple. Okay, so let's make the size smaller. So yeah, 70 will be perfect. Okay, now we want our apple to fall from the top. Okay, so go to this motion block, take one, go to random position block. Okay, whenever we click this go to random position, our apple will go to the random position anywhere on the screen. Okay, but what we want is our apple should appear here only. Okay, at this position only. So go to motion and set Y to, okay, this the positive position at the top side will be the 180 and the negative position at the bottom side will be the minus 180. So first set it to 180. Okay, now press it. Okay, now our apple is appearing at random position but at the top side only, right? So now take this control and go to event and take this green flag click. Okay, now if you can see, if I press here, my apple is appearing at the top position okay, at random positions only, top side and random position. Okay, so in this we want our apple to fall from top to the bottom, okay, to fall from top to bottom. Okay, so go to motion block and take one block called change y, change y by -5. So when I click this block, you can see my apple is coming down slowly because y represents the vertical position of the objects on the scratch stage, right? So we want this to happen continuously. So go to control and take one forward block and go to event and take this green flag click. Now when I click this, you can see apple is coming, okay, but it is sticking here, coming from top to bottom, but whenever it reaches the bottom, it got stuck here. So we want to start it from the once again from the top side. So what to do for this? So stop it, okay, and go to the control, take one if block. This is the condition we are testing here. If whenever our apple is falling and coming down and reaching here the position of the apple is -180. So if the y position of apple is less than, if the y position of apple is less than -180, right? If the y position of apple is less than -180, so what we want our apple to again go to at a random position, and we want to apple to go to top position, okay, 180, and place this entire blocks here. Now test it. So our apple is now continuously falling from top to the bottom side. Okay, so we have completed the second step, that is the falling of apple from top to the bottom. Now the third step is we want to catch this apple with the help of our ball. Now if you can see, our apple is surpassing this ball, it is not catching. So we want to catch it with the help of this ball. So this is our third step. So take one if condition block, okay, if, and go to sensing. If our apple is touching to whom? Touching to ball. If our apple is touching to ball, what we want? We again want to go to apple from the top side. So go to motion, go to random places, same thing, and set y to, this is just duplicated, 180. So now let's test it out. So our apple is falling and we are catching. Okay, it is not happening. Wait. Okay, we want to test it continuously. So take win control and put this inside this forever block. Okay. Fine. So now test it out. As you can see, the apples is getting catched with the help of this ball, right? So whenever our ball is catching this apple, our apple is falling from top again. So we want to make some sound whenever our ball is catching this apple. So go to sound, take this start sound block and put inside of it, and now test it out. So now our apple, whenever we catch this apple, we are making one sound. Okay, now we want to score something. So we have completed the third step. Now we are going to the fourth step. Whenever we catch this apple, we want to score some points as well. So we need to create a variable. Okay, variables are the containers that are going to store some values for us. So go to variable and make a variable and call this variable as score. Simple. And click on OK. Now we got a score as 0. So right now we are here. So change my variable, take this block, change my variable by 1 and place this here or here. Okay, so place it here and instead of my variable select here score. Now test it out. So as you can see, our score is increasing by 1. Fine. So our game is successfully running now. Now we want to end it. To end this game, we need to set one game over condition. That is our last step. That is the 5th step of this game. 5th. So we need to end this game. How we want to end this game? For that we need to test. We need to set one game over condition. Okay. So take a new sprite by going here, and instead of choosing a sprite, let's make one sprite. Okay. Go to paint. Here we can design something. So go to this round option, circle option, and create one small circle and change the color of this to completely black, since we are creating one bomb. Okay, take this paint option, select here as white, and just mark some cut here. Okay, fine. My drawing is not that much good. Okay, so we have created one bomb. Okay, so let's decrease the size of it to 75. Okay, fine. So now we want this bomb also to fall from top to the bottom continuously. Okay, so we have code here for the apple. This code is doing the exactly same thing. Okay, so we want this bomb to do the same thing. So instead of writing this code, just drag this code and place here for bomb. Okay, click on bomb, we got the code. So means we are duplicating it, and we want this code as well for this bomb sprite. Okay, we got this code also, and we want this code as well. Okay, we got 3 blocks of code. We need to do some changes here. Okay, so instead of scoring and instead of this sound, let's go back this. Sorry, let's put this back and go to sound. Here we can select multiple sound options. So select this sound, go to code and change this sound to this one. Okay, so whenever now our bomb is also falling. Okay, whenever we are catching this bomb, this different sound is coming, but our game is not stopping. So whenever we catching this bomb, we want to broadcast a message. Okay, so we need to go to the events block, and there is a broadcast. Okay, here broadcast a message. Okay, so let's put this here and new message called game over. We want to broadcast this message. Okay, we are sending a message, broadcasting a message. Now this message is going to be received by someone. Okay, so we need to create one more sprite here. Go to paint and take this square, and we are drawing one game over screen here. Okay, we got complete game over screen. Let's take this text here and put here and write here game over. Right now it is not visible, so change the color of the text to yellow or white. Okay, put this white and put this text to the center of the screen. Fine. If you want to increase, we can increase the size also. Fine. So we got one game over screen. So in this bomb sprite, if you can see, Bomb Sprite is broadcasting a message called game over. Now we need to go to this sprite 2, okay, and we need to click one block when I receive game over. So this Bomb Sprite, let's change this to name to this Bomb. So Bomb Sprite is broadcasting a message called game over, and which is receiving by this game over screen, or just called screen, which is receiving by this screen. So after receiving, what it should do? The first thing that it should do is it should stop each and everything. Go to control and we need to take this block stop all. Okay, so the game will stop. So initially we want to hide this screen. So go to motion. Initially means whenever we are playing the game. Okay, so go to looks and take this hide block and hide it. No, here we have to hide it. Wait, initially we want to hide it, and whenever we receive one game over screen, we want to show it. Okay, so take this show block. Now run this game, test it out. Okay, we got score 1. Okay, fine. Now game over. Okay, but the score is not changing, so we need to set this score as well. Okay, so whenever the game is over, okay, we want our game to be start by 1 by 0. Okay, so set my score to 0. Fine. Now test it out. So our game is starting with 0 again. Okay, it is catching apples. Now yeah, game over. So run it once again. Yeah, it is starting again with 0. So our game is perfectly running fine. So this is how we can create the catching apple game. You can play this in full screen mode as well, like this. Okay, so here we can add some more feature to the here we can add some more features to this game. So what are the features? Okay, we can add. We can increase the speed of the apples. Okay, and also while increasing the speed, we can just duplicate the apples. Okay, we can increase the numbers. We can increase the apples in numbers. So this is the apple second. So change the costume. Go to costume and select here and change the color of it. Change this color to green. Now if I run this game, okay, 2 apples will fall. One is green, another is red. So we can duplicate this apple as many times as we want. Okay, this is the one extension. This is the one feature that we can add. So what are the different features that we can add to this game? We can increase the apple speed whenever the apple is falling from top. Okay, and we can set the different levels of the game by changing the apple speed, the apples in numbers, bombs in numbers. We can increase the difficulty of this game. We can change the background screen of this game. Okay, and as well as we can set the high score of this game. So to learn all these features, advanced features of this game, you need to enroll for this new course that we are coming with, Scratch Programming. This course is going to be start from 11th of April. So you need to enroll for this course on the Practically app. So to know more such amazing content and to know how to create such more interesting games, download the Practically app and register for a free trial. Thank you.
Bring learning alive practically.